And then make sure I'm not in program one.
Oh, shut it.
It's Miguel Fuller and Scotty the Body. It's the Miguel and Holly Uncensored Podcast. Only on Hot 101.
Yes, it is a Friday show for us. And we are live on the.
Holly was not at a flattering angle on the YouTube.
Yeah, great chin, Holly.
Hey!
So we also obviously stream the show on our YouTube channel, and we have like our laptops that are set up, and Holly has to put a little box underneath hers. Like I do mine to like raise it up.
Yeah, we all have to put something under our laptop to raise it up, but I have forgotten to use my box. So the laptop was basically at the angle of when you don't know your forward-facing camera is on and you open an app and you're like, oh, Jesus, the chins, they just don't stop. Good now.
So we have a special guest that we're going to talk to here in just a second, but a couple of things. One, if you are local here in Tampa Bay, Miguel and Holly live tickets are on sale.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And we're super excited about it. Tickets are $29.
So what is it though?
Yeah, it is our live stage show at the Ritz Ybor, Thursday, October 21st, where we're doing like Tampa Bay Secrets, headphone karaoke. And if you listen to just the podcast and our on-air show, you're going to be like, oh, it's what they do on the podcast. Like the way they talk and it's very casual and adult language. That's what's going to be on stage.
Yes. Except also it's like a marriage of the two. So it's like what you hear on the radio, but done in a podcast uncensored way.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So like we're going to be doing headphone karaoke, but as if it were on the Uncensored podcast. We're going to be doing Tampa Bay Secrets as if we were talking on the podcast, uncensored, swearing, dirty nonsense.
All the good stuff, performing it on stage.
And so it's going to be like a very intimate close up, us and you guys just having fun.
Very intimate.
No, anything could happen.
Well, coronavirus precautions.
Very intimate, but keep your spit away from me.
Yeah, exactly. So tickets are on sale now, hot1015tampabay.com or on the Hot 1015 app, $29 for general admission. So I
play this clip because this, I feel like, will just go down in history as one of the most epic radio fails.
You know what's funny about this is because the other day my girlfriend was literally asking me like, have you ever like messed up like on the radio? And I was like, like not really, not much, every now and then you might slip up on your words or anything like that. And then today happened.
So for you listening, we do radio blogs. That's where Holly and I sort of talk about things that are going on in our lives or pop culture or whatever. We do it originally at 6:40. And then we replay it at 9:10.
Yeah.
So Scott gathers the content, puts it into the system, and then it plays. And then we're doing some stuff behind the scenes while it's playing. Well, this morning it was playing, and we were recording something else for later on in the show. And apparently, while Holly was trying to give this very nice, calming, uplifting.
Of course, it was the most calming vlog you could have had.
It was not excitable. It was a serious blog on how to affirm your life. Like it's giving you an affirmation that will, I think I used the term change your life, not to be dramatic, but I mean, it could.
It could.
So like,
by it, yes.
Literally, I just saw a tweet from a fan member that was like, I even pulled over in my car to write it down because the way Holly set it up, like I was like ready to like write it down and save it.
In fairness, you should have been.
Right. So this is what happened on the air without us knowing what actually was going on the radio. Oh, wait, hold on. Here's my mistake.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I didn't have the cord plugged in until we started talking about this topic. Sorry, y'all.
It's
fine.
All right, here we go.
It wasn't this, I think, is the better thing, which is why I'm sharing. It's like an affirmation that you put out. It's sort of like using The Secret. And that's like, you put out your intentions and you get back what you put out. It's the whole thing why we do all the feels on Tuesday. You put out what you want to attract back in. So long story short, there is this affirmation on TikTok and I've started doing it, and I think you should, if you want to. Obviously, you don't have to, but what does it hurt to just do a little affirmation? The key is to believe it. Ready? It's real short. I'm going to tell you what it is. I don't chase. I attract what I want. I don't chase.
people pulled over in their car and they're like, this is going to be life changing.
And then,
Wait, I need to hear that. Like, we could not have planned that any better.
Wow.
the biggest mistake. Oh my God.
Wow, hold on. Oh, wait, I went too far. Dang it. Hold on.
But it doesn't make it any less.
Dang
But
it.
It does.
I lost it.
Is up with that one you said that
Oh,
you
gosh. I didn't edit the whole thing.
It doesn't make it any less real.
Just say them out loud.
But it doesn't make it any less real.
When was
Video
it?
vlogs of Miguel
What is
Fuller
that?
and
Here.
Holly
You can't
O'Connor.
tell. Like, your computer is freezing, by the way, Miguel.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
God,
It does often during podcasting, but today was bad.
Was it really?
Just now, like, it was frozen for a while. It's good now, but
Love it.
I think it's because you would. I don't know.
I mean,
what's
there's
going on.
nothing. I'm not doing anything with that computer that is
Oh,
recording.
it was just being stupid.
It's just the
then.
internet. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and turn it back up.
This, I think, is the better thing, which is why I'm sharing. It's like an affirmation that you put out. It's sort of like using The Secret. And that's like, you know, you
perfect.
put out your intentions and you get back what you put out.
Mm.
It's a whole thing why we do all the feels on Tuesday. You know, you
go.
put out what you want to attract back. Here it
Hold up.
comes. So, long story short, there is this affirmation on TikTok, and I've started doing it, and I think you should, if you want to. Obviously, you don't have to, but there it is. What does it hurt to just do a little affirmation? The key is to believe it.
People are
Uh-huh.
pulling over in
It's
their
real
car.
short. I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Okay, what is it, Holly?
I don't chase. I attract what I attract. If you want to like write it on a sticky note, put it on your mirror.
So like literally they heard nothing.
No.
Nothing.
And the thing is, you know, it's just it's so like obnoxious because it's so loud. You would have thought Loverboy was in your back seat with a cowbell telling you that you're working for the weekend.
It
Like,
just covers you perfectly. Like you literally can't hear you at
I
all.
mean, 2.5 million people in Tampa Bay. They were all like, what the hell? Like we're getting tweets, text messages from
our-
our
You know,
people
listen.
manager of operations
Yeah.
texted our boss to be like, something is wrong on Hot, and like it is no joke. You need to fix it. And then
can't
our
believe
boss
it.
was like, screenshot, what the hell? And we're like,
I mean, even Amanda Mitchell right here on our YouTube where we're streaming the podcast live said, I literally stopped working just to call the station.
we fucked up, y'all.
All right. So, Holly, what is
Oh.
for you on the actual podcast that's listening right now? You're like, all right, that's funny. But what is it? What is this life-changing thing? I don't understand.
Is everything turned down?
Yes.
Can I share?
Nothing is going over the actual air, Scott.
Oh, we're live. No, I'm joking.
Okay. Oh, God.
All right, here we go.
Just fire me.
I don't chase. I attract what belongs to me. That's the affirmation. So,
Right.
and you probably saw this on TikTok. I'm not claiming to like have come up with this. I'm not saying any of that. I saw the damn thing on TikTok and I just started doing it. And the reason I started doing it is because I'm already into like the moon water and all this, all the crystals and all this stuff. Well, I did I think what I considered like a powerful affirmation during the Lionsgate 8/8. I think that was the one, new moon.
Oh.
And like, no joke, the day after got some life-changing news. And when it happened, I was like, hold on. I wrote oh shit. And like, I know this works. There's studies that like, they did studies with water, okay, where they took like a little cup full of water and they played like death metal to this water and they spoke like positive things to this water. They're like, I love you, water. I know that sounds stupid. Then they did other types of things to the water. And then when they looked at it again under a microscope, the water's molecules looked different.
15, we hung out. Sorry. My hand slipped.
Okay.
My hand slipped. What happened to the molecules in the water?
The molecules that had like negative things said to them that were all like spiky and everything. And the molecules that were like told positive, affirming things were like beautiful crystallized molecules. And I just want to let you know, humans are 70% water.
Room right there.
So anyway, use that affirmation if you will. I'm going to say it again. I don't chase. cowbell. I attract
Just do
what
a little
belongs to me.
affirmation.
God damn it!
Oh.
I mean, you know what? I'll just have
do a
all the
little
stuff.
affirmation.
The key is to believe it.
Okay. So we need to get to our guests that we
Yes,
have
yes.
here. Go ahead and turn them up, Scott. So there is an account that I saw a few years ago or months ago. I don't
Months
even
ago.
know.
It doesn't
Months
feel like
ago.
that long.
Yeah, months ago. I don't know. We're all living in space.
Who even?
I know,
yes,
right?
we are.
What year is it?
We are living.
We're living in, I don't know, whatever.
Whatever year you want.
So there is an account, a meme account that has become very popular in Tampa Bay, and it's called Tampa Entertainment. And they take GIFs and memes that you've used or seen through the years, and they very much localize it. And it's so funny.
So spot on.
It is when you live in Tampa Bay. Like one
Mhm.
that I'm looking at now, it's like, and if you're on the YouTube, I'll put it up, where it's like Bugs Bunny counting money.
Yeah.
And the caption is, me if I had $1 for every pothole in Tampa.
Valid.
And they're just stacking up the dollar bills.
Mhm.
And it's right on. And so I was like, I want to know who is behind an account like that.
Yeah.
So we're calling them, the name of the account, Tampa Entertainment. Welcome to the Miguel and Holly Uncensored podcast, Tampa Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be here, guys. How you doing?
Wonderful. So how did this get started? What was the genesis of you starting this whole podcast or this meme account?
When did it start?
It actually started just about, I'm going to say a little over a year ago, I think. It was mainly just, I am the corny friend that makes memes for group chats and makes fun of everything all the time. And one of my friends just kind of suggested, hey, why don't you just post all the things you make that makes us laugh and see if other people think it's funny. And apparently other people really think it's funny.
It is really
Pretty
funny.
well.
I mean, so now you're sitting here, the Tampa Entertainment meme account on Instagram, 10.9 thousand followers.
I was gonna say about 11,000 people strong think it's funny.
Yes, and it says memes about all things Tampa. So I mean, do you make money off of it? Has it become like a job, or is it still just a hobby you do when you think of something funny?
Well, it is definitely just a hobby. I do have like a normal full-time job, but I do make a pretty good amount of money doing it. Just emails through collabs and stuff, and I partner with a lot of local brands and other big corporations, and they put on events in Tampa. So I've done pretty well with it. It's a running joke now with my close friends. If we go somewhere and I buy something maybe a little questionable or silly, they'll be like, "Is that real money or is that meme money?" Like, what's going on? And it's typically meme money.
Yeah. Hey, that's what it's for.
I mean, how much are we talking? Did you made in the year? Like, 10?
I'm pulling up my invoices now, and it looks like I average maybe around like $1,000 a month.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Wow.
take that.
And by doing something that you were just doing for free with your friends.
Just having fun with it.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, I was just having a good time. That was about it. It was just trying to make jokes, make everybody laugh. I was just kind of evolved into a little mini business out of nowhere.
But we need it. I mean, listen, if there ever was a time when people need to laugh and not be divided about some shit, it is now. So I feel like this was so needed. Lord, it was so needed.
I'm just always so impressed with people like you. Like there's another meme account I follow called like Saint Hoax that always posts like really funny things. And I'm like, with the quickness and how you come up, like you have one that I'm looking at now where I think this is from Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Where it's like the old king laughing.
Oh.
And it says
Lord of the Rings,
when you see a St. Petersburg police car in Tampa, and it's like, ha, ha, ha. So like,
you have no power here.
Where does that come from?
It's just me being a dork and spending a lot of time watching silly cartoons and movies or whatever, references like that. And at the same time, I do currently work in social media. So I do know kind of how it all goes as far as growing an account and things of that nature. But
that helps.
I'm just kind of a dweeb. That's about it. I just think things are funny. And if I see a clip or I'll be watching a TV show, for example, and I'll be like, hey, that's a good clip. I'll go back, find it online, clip the show, and then edit it accordingly to kind of fit my needs.
It's just good because you know what you have is your finger on the pulse of pop culture.
Yeah.
And that's not only needed for, what I'm assuming you would call your real job, like, your typical day job. You probably need that for all social media stuff. But for something like this, you have to, because it moves so fast.
Right.
Like the fact that you had a meme about the Met Gala and it was so spot on. And not only that, but like making it applicable to Tampa and it's still being funny and timely. Like that's a skill. And so not everyone can just throw together I want to just do a meme thing for Tampa. Cool. No, you can't do it unless you have that quick wit. So kudos to you. And I got is your social media quote unquote day job, I guess that you do, have you always been in that route, or is that a newer thing too?
And now it's I did it in college for a little bit, and I got out, finished, and I worked in legal for a while, and then I switched over to social media again just because I was afforded an opportunity, and they let me kind of play with their accounts the same way I use mine. So they enjoy the funny. That kind of works, everything from office emails to setting up events or whatever. I just kind of make everything a little more enjoyable and less bland. And that's pretty much what they're aiming for, I guess.
Now, are you from the Tampa Bay area? Did you grow up here?
No, I didn't. I came here for college, I finished, and I stayed because I fell in love with the place. So.
Nice. And so what's your age range?
I am in my 20s, like mid-20s.
Man, I love that. It's just so interesting because in our business in radio, one of the things that we're fighting is that, I'm in my mid-30s, Hala's in her late 30s, Scott's in his mid-20s. And so the big decision makers in our business, they're like, well, they're young. They've been on social media. Let them control the social media for the radio station account.
Suddenly we're given the title of social media engineers, basically.
Right. But clearly it's a skill.
Trained for that.
No, not anybody can just get on the radio and talk, but not everybody can do what you do. So that's why I find those sort of accounts so impressive that you're able to think of this random clip from a TV show from The Office or SpongeBob, and you see a pothole in Tampa, and you're like, let's make a meme. Boom, and it's viral. Now,
it's definitely a skill for that, just to kind of keep abreast of everything. But you guys definitely have the speaking on radio on lock. For me, doing this every day would just stress me out. I definitely would live behind the keyboard instead.
We all have a role.
Yeah,
absolutely. Now, are there any goals for what you want the Tampa Entertainment account to grow to, or is it just you'll just see where it goes?
I guess it's not really a goal per se. And I didn't even think it'd get this far, to be honest. I'm going to keep cranking out content that I think is funny as best as I can. And if it grows and gets crazy huge, then so be it. I'm just going to keep rocking it 2 hours.
Now, are you going to ever reveal yourself?
That's the biggest question I get, and that is my most common DM. I'm looking at my inbox right now, and I probably have over 500 of who is this account. People have offered me money. People want to buy me drinks. They want to everything under the sun. Whenever I post that I'm somewhere, if I'm there too long, I'll start getting DMs like, "Oh, I'm here. Where are you?" Oh. So I don't think I will, but it's kind of fun.
Don't
fun
keep it anonymous.
Oh my gosh, what's the craziest thing that people have offered to know who you are?
There were, I guess, other influencer people that were in Tampa for something, and they like my account, and they wanted me to go to their party, and they offered me a couple grand to just kind of show up. I didn't because I didn't know them or anything, and I was busy, but that was a little odd. I didn't think people would care that much. I just make the funny pictures,
That's so crazy. My ass would have been there in a heartbeat. You offered me a couple grand, I'm anywhere. Here I come.
But then it ruins a little bit.
I know, but I don't think that far ahead. I'm like, well, a couple grand.
That's the difference between radio people and somebody that's not. We'll whore our ass out for any dollar. We're where you want us to be, girl?
Free t-shirt, here I come.
All for money.
You got some free Wendy's burgers. We'll be there, girl.
You got coupons. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
Believe me, it was definitely a decision that I had to go back and forth in my head because money's great, but they had pretty popular accounts themselves. So I knew the second I walked in, I would be on camera. So,
that's true. Yeah, it is something special to be anonymous. That is really cool.
Yeah,
it's just fun, it just makes it part of the whole thing. And I do not work alone. Also, I have an assistant admin that she kind of gives me more of a girl side of all of the stuff going on.
I was gonna say because those girl memes are spot on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have the perspectives. Well, you have full permission if you ever want to make fun of us or spoof us. We would make it. It'd be a highest honor of ours if you ever wanted to use any of our images. You have full permission.
We're crazy. We know we have really awkward images out there. We know.
That sounds great. Actually, yeah, I'll run through some of your footage and see what I can pull.
Oh God.
Oh God, I can't wait. I hope to be roasted. I love it. I love it. Well, Tampa Entertainment, thank you so much for sort of letting us into a peek inside of that world. It is truly, truly fascinating. And good luck. And if
Yeah.
you ever want to reveal yourself, you always have an open spot here on the Miguel and Holly Uncensored podcast.
I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Awesome. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is like a skill I wish I had. Like, that's so awesome to be able to just think quickly like that. Like when I was watching Monday night, the Met Gala, and I guess the Saint Hoax meme account, they're up to like 2.1 million followers on there.
Oh, dang.
And they were like, literally 2 years ago, I was sitting on the couch eating chips on my computer making memes about the Met Gala. Now I've been invited to actually cover the Met Gala
Wow.
in memes.
Cover it in memes?
Yes.
Because I guess the Met Gala people feel like no publicity is bad publicity, so get the photos out.
Well, memes are what go viral. Like, that's a great way to get your stuff out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, think about like all the Kim Kardashian memes you saw of her like as a Dementor. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know if it originated from the Saint Hoax website, but like so much of what people like when you start looking at some of the watermarks,
Yeah.
you'll see a lot of it comes from there, and they're so good at it coming up. But to me, that's such an interesting.
And at the end of the day,
skill
it's
set.
giving publicity to the Met Gala.
Right.
Like
Absolutely.
you would not
Oh,
have
yeah.
even known it happened if it hadn't been made fun of. Like that's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
people see things first oftentimes.
Right. That's why I'm like, Tampa Entertainment, if you want to make fun of our live show, please go ahead. Tickets are on sale now.
Oh.
And you can create all the memes that you want.
Okay.
Why, girl, we got to sell tickets, honey.
I know. I you're gonna be like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't ask about that specifically. I was just
Oh.
like, in general, if you just want
In general,
to,
just roast us. It'll be
it's
fine.
I got you.
Listen, there's a lot to roast for a radio show. Like, there are so many times
Just
where
the
I'll
fact that
look
we're a
at-
radio show.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
right.
the roast.
We are the that's it.
I mean,
Oh.
just headphones. I mean, just look at our Instagram account, Miguel and Holly, and you're like,
We look like clowns.
We are clowns.
We are clowns. We are clowns without the crazy wigs and the honky noses.
Yeah, we just took off our makeup.
like literally when I like Abe's family, my fiance, they'll like ask about certain bits, and like here, it's like it's so funny, it's so great. Remember when you got hot dogs thrown at your face, and you're like,
This is being said out loud. It sounds different when you're
It's-
just talking about it.
It's different when you have to explain it in a
Oh,
an everyday setting to someone, especially someone who's not like your close family.
right, or someone who doesn't like actually fully understand the show,
Or listen.
right.
Oh, geez.
I
Yeah.
Try
remember-
to explain to someone who doesn't listen about why we do blown off every day.
It's like it's really painful.
It is.
So yeah, roast us away.
Yeah.
Or
50 Shades
50
of
Shades of
yes.
Chicken.
yeah,
That's a good
what was
one.
that Janeth?
Yeah, Janeth on YouTube. 50 Shades of Chicken. Like you try to explain to someone who's not in the radio industry or not like a close friend or family member. And like what's so unfortunate is it's usually a close friend or family member or someone who loves the show,
Right.
who is trying to share their love of that with someone who does not listen or
Like,
doesn't get it.
but
They're like, oh my God, it's like this sexy chicken thing. Can you do it? Like, do the thing really quick with the sexy chicken.
That happened to me at Publix, and it
Oh,
was
geez.
so awkward. Like the girl, I don't remember what her name is. She is so nice, and I always stop and we chat for a couple minutes. And there was one time she was either bagging or the cash. No, she was the cashier, and the bagger, they were probably like 16 or 17. It was like a Saturday morning.
Oh, no.
And I was like just getting some eggs and some bacon. And she was like, Miguel, how you been? I'm like, I'm good. And she was like making a big deal. And then she looked at the bagger and was like, do you know who this is?
Oh God, that's
And
the
then-
worst.
Oh, and then they're like, no.
And then of
Oh.
course they're kind of like, no, not
Oh,
really.
is awkward.
And then she starts to run out. She was like, you like blown off? Headphone karaoke, Tampa Bay Secrets? And then they're like,
It
no,
keeps getting
no.
worse and worse.
And then I'm like, if I were white, I would be so red because I was like, you just put my card in real quick?
Please just bag my groceries.
And then she was like, well, Miguel, tell them about 50 Shades of Chicken. They probably remember.
oh my God.
and I'm like,
No, like, they
I want to go
don't.
home. I literally just want to go home right now. It's so awkward. So yeah, so I had to do that with my fiance's family because his dad, Abe's dad, loves 50 Shades of Chicken. He thinks it's hilarious. And so he was asking me about it when I was there this past weekend, and one of his aunts who doesn't listen, and she was like, what's this chicken? I'm like,
oh.
you remember 50 Shades of Grey?
Okay, even saying that, you're like, where's this
You're like,
going?
what the hell?
It's 50 Shades of Grey, but with a chicken and a chef.
And they're like, mm-hmm.
This is who my nephew is marrying.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. I'm like, sorry.
That's that. And the worst is when they feel like they need to say something encouraging. So then like, well, that sounds fun.
That's something.
That That's something.
That's an interesting career you have there.
How did you come up with that? And you're like, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I used to get asked, "What's next?" I'm like, "What do you mean, what's next?"
Oh my god!
This is what I worked my ass off to do. I want to talk about chickens.
Hey, after you stop fucking around, what are you really gonna do?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, wait, what do you mean? Oh, yeah,
Jesus.
gosh.
Oh my gosh. All right.
man.
Well, let's go ahead and get up out of here. It's Friday. Let's go do some stuff.
All right,
Ooh.
let's
Some
do
fun stuff.
all the stuff.
Scott, what is your social media?
At Scott Tavlin, SCOTTAVLIN.
Holly.
Radio Holly on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter.
And mine is Miguel Fuller, MiguelFuller. Also, if you want some Miguel and Holly stickers, Miguel at hot1015tampabay.com. Just send me your name and address. I got a few more left to go. And also, make sure to leave us a review.
Yes.
Miguel and Holly, Uncensored, anywhere you listen to podcasts, a rating review really helps us. Also, Miguel and Holly live tickets are on sale. Oh, who is it? I can't see. Oh, happy Friday. So glad I caught a live. Oh, I cannot pronounce your last name.
Canistraro. Straro.
Thank you so much for watching on YouTube.
We've had more comments on YouTube today than we've ever had.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching it live.
Thank you.
Before we get out of here.
Uh-huh.
It's real short. I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you what it is. I don't chase. I attract what
Bye, guys.
I
get down with his boo-boo.
If you want to write it on a sticky note.